Okay, so I'm back. So the reason why I left the weirdo and stick with Big D is because Big D, I just couldn't look at Big D and know that I got them, that I have somebody else instead of them. Okay, and so that's part of the reason why. Because, you know, we all want somebody who's attractive in a relationship. But like I said, attractiveness and personality. Okay, and sometimes they work against each other, sometimes they're with each other. And then the good ones are like far away, and the ugly ones are close. And I have to say that this was kind of a hard thing to decide when it comes to, dating. And so that's why I chose Big D over the weirdo, because the weirdo really didn't have anything interesting. Big D has a lot in common with me. So just humor and stuff like that. Okay, and so, that's part of the reason why I chose, Big D over the weirdo, because the weirdo just didn't seem right. The weirdo just wasn't attracted to me, and is not really attracted to me at all. I want somebody next to me, walking next to me on a beach or whatever, or out in public, and I want to, have respect and have, feel comfortable walking with someone who's attractive next to me. Having someone walk attractive next to me in public, something that actually would represent, people would look at us and be like, that's a really good couple. Okay, and so that's part of the reason why. But, that is a real case scenario when it comes to dating. Now, it's not always that case, but from my experience, always choose the better option. Sometimes you'll meet people out there that are really attractive, and sometimes you'll meet people who are not attractive. Okay, and so, to say in the past with me, this, for Big D, that was just kind of, I don't know why. I might even go back and delete that video, because if you look back at it, it's just, yeah, Big D is gonna be really pissed. I'm sure they probably saw it. I'm sure. But then the one about the love letters, that is actually real. And Big D might be a little pissed. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so then, because like I said, then the attraction towards Big D improved, and it got better. So then my junior year, that's when I started to, as people started asking me, oh, Tristan, who's your crush? Who's your crush? Who's your crush? Okay, and there was only one crush. Ow. Okay, I guess I can't do that. There was only one crush. One single crush. And everybody wondered, well, who was your crush? And then they found out about the initials and stuff like that. And they found out who it is. Okay, and so then everyone knows that it was, but then, yeah. Okay, and so, with the Big D, it was quite great to have them. But then the thing is, that they didn't want people to know, but I really didn't even expose it to anyone. I didn't really expose the actual name. The thing is with my crushes, I don't expose the actual name. These people, they make assumptions, and they throw themselves under the bus. Okay, then they want to throw me under the bus. You know, like, for example, one of my crushes that I had, they want to know who exactly it is. I couldn't give the initials, so I had to tell them what it was. And they said, what's the last name? Because the first name and the last name. Oh, wow. That's something else. I'm like, I know that you know, because we're at a pep rally. You said it. You said, oh, go say hi to them. I'm like, yeah, it's just so simpy. Did I just say simpy? Simple. So I could just go this and, you know. But the thing is, I'm not like a weirdo about it. I'm not like a creepy stalker, and I'm not very, like, forceful when it comes to people's decisions. You know, like, if someone doesn't want to date me, they don't have to. But I'm making it an option in order to do that. But yeah, so then what happened was, Big D, you know, I really don't know what to think now. I'm kind of in this stage of where do I go from here? Because I don't see anybody of my friends, like, during lunch. That's pretty much where I see most of my friends is during lunch. But since, you know, since we're all up there, they get some call or release to where they don't have an afternoon route. To where after the third block, they go home. And so then I'm, like, stuck at school alone during lunch, and all I have is Big Bro and, you know, I don't know if VV is still around. VV. Okay, if you guys don't know who VV is, VV! The Vivia. The VV. Okay, and so, of course, you know, there's also another people out there. Yeah, it's okay. So this is girl, right? So this is girl that knows everybody. This girl, and I'm not gonna mention her name, but she is a quite hilarious girl. She just knows everybody, and she knows everybody, and knows everybody, and knows everybody, and knows everybody. All right. And this one day, I was like saying to my friends, I'm like, Emily! Because I'm just being funny. And she goes, you know what, Tristan? You're funny. So that was, she comes up to me, all right? She said, oh, Tristan, are you in a relationship? And I said, well, no, you know, like the crush, like the Big D and the J, and they're like, oh, Tristan, and you're like, oh, yeah, because, you know, Big D's that. I'm like, yeah. You know, and then BB, sister, knows Big D, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you brought that up, didn't you? You had to bring that up. You brought that up. But of course, people didn't tease me about Big D. They teased me about somebody else. So I just say it was quite an adventure, because, oh yeah. So the people that everybody teased me about, they were like, because one day during lunch, like I don't know how to describe it. They're like, but they're like, you know, man, they're like doing this, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like this. And then there was one and then they threw the fruit snack at me one time, and then they're like playing stuff. And then because I was like keeping my finger low and I was like pointing at them, because I'm like, oh look, BB, look. And you go like, and like say something across the cafeteria. And it was so funny, man. It was so funny. Because one of my friends, you know, Anisha. Okay, if you guys never heard about that, you guys probably did. So then what happened was, she went over to go talk to the one that everybody teased me about. Alright, and so people still tease me about it. They really do. They really, 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 really do. So then what happened was, so then I look over there, and they're like, And then she was going off on me, saying, "Oh, Tristan, I'm going to cut you off if you don't." I'm like, okay. All right, fine, I'll go over there and talk to the one that everybody teased me about. So we go over there and we talking, but the weird thing is that the one everyone teased me about, they purposely sat near me. And so every time I was sitting there, they would either be looking at me like, "Stop near to me, goddamn." My God. Because, yeah, at the beginning of the year, everybody was like, went around. Because there was another person I have a crush on. I was like walking with them in the lunch line. And the enemies I have, and they all sat at one table. They were looking at me. All right, and they were watching me. I'm like, why are they watching me talking to somebody? Okay, if I want to talk to somebody, have my lights going, and I can do that. Okay, it doesn't necessarily matter of what you think. So what happened is, it was just so much fun. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Tristan, why did you talk to Big D? Well, the thing is, I just didn't know what to do, okay? I use social media as a tool to get the attention of Big D, and I did. And they haven't said nothing. They really haven't, okay? Which is the reason why I did, because they want people to know. But, realistically, the best thing to do is just tell me, okay? And I'll have to hold on because, when the one everybody teased me about, when they sent me a Snapchat message, I was like, and the thing is, it's probably best that they don't say anything to me about it because, it could really blow up my engine. I mean, really blow up my engine. It could really blow up my engine. So, that's just why it will be best. If they didn't say anything necessarily, that would not be very good. Okay, because that would, let's just say, the barrier would win. And it would really blow up my engine. Really blow up my engine. Like, it would be like it would be like me going into a massive tanker. And yeah, that's just why. It's gonna be a bit dreadful, let me tell you. And I have to kind of be prepared for it. Because if I don't prepare for it, and if I don't hold on, then I'm gonna, oh my God, it's just gonna be so painful. Oh my God, it's gonna be worse passing a kidney stone when Big D talks to me. Okay, and so when Big D talks to me, it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be more painful than giving birth and passing kidney stone. Okay, and so it's gonna be a bit hard and critical and neurally. It's like a disaster that's waiting to happen. And although I do want to talk to Big D, I just don't know what's gonna happen, because I'm not expecting Big D to say yes, because most likely they're not going to say yes. Okay, and they're not going to say yes. They are most likely not, let me stomp on my tippy toes, not going to say yes. And I'm not expecting them to say yes. So you pretty much know that that I'm not going to win the score, because then after that, look at me, it's like my butt's touching the door handle. Anyway, but yeah. There's no way for me to win. It's going to be pretty painful. Then jump down. It's going to be pretty painful. Pretty painful. Pretty painful. And only Big D knows how painful it'll be. Everyone else can be like, yeah, Tristan, we all pretty much told you. You should have listened to us, Tristan, but you didn't. Yeah. You know, the chance of them actually saying yes is about 30%. The chance of them saying no is about 99%. Most likely, yes. Most likely, yes. Unless something really big happens and they say yes to me, then yes. But the thing is that it's hard. Anyway, I do not want to get... I'm not going to make a whole video about this. We're talking about the weirdo. So, long story short, the weirdo, I left for Big D. And I was on track of Big D. But it's going to be quite painful. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in another video. But today, but we gotta make a little ritual.